All right, welcome back. This is part 2 of our literary essay highlighting. We are up to supporting paragraph number 2, and we have the same steps as we did in paragraph 1 for our colors and the parts we're looking for. In purple, highlight the transition word or phrase that comes in the beginning. Remember, it adds a comma right after it. Here it's later in the story. Change that to purple. Our next thing says, in orange, highlight the rest of the first sentence, which gives the topic of the paragraph and relates back to the theme. Remember, we know our theme has to do with determination. Let's see what it says. In one of the last games of the year to decide the championship, a young boy nicknamed Shorty shows determination when he is up to bat with 2 strikes and a runner on second. That goes in orange. Next up, pink. Highlight the examples given. Hint, this part often starts with the words, for example. It's often several sentences long. We learned in our first supporting paragraph that sometimes it includes things in quotes that are taken directly from the story. And here I said, look carefully in this paragraph. This time it doesn't start with, for example, but there are still examples given. So I want examples of one of the last baseball games of the year, and I want to know how Shorty shows determination. That's what I'm looking for examples of. Let's see what it says. He wants to prove himself, the other kids, and the guards that he can play well, even though he usually grounds out. That sounds like maybe that's in one of the last baseball games. Let's keep going. The other players tease him when he is up to bat. He, here we have our quotation marks, glanced at the guardhouse behind the left field foul line and saw the man in the tower leaning on the rail with the blinding sun glinting off his sunglasses. He was always watching, always staring. This suddenly makes Shorty mad. He grips the bat harder, right? If he's gripping it harder, maybe he's feeling some determination there, and decides that he's going to hit the ball past the guardhouse, and he does. He crosses home plate, and his teammates lift him onto their shoulders in celebration. Okay, and that sounds like it's the end of the game, so maybe that's where my examples end. Let's check what color that was. That is pink. We have one sentence left. It says, in yellow, highlight the concluding sentence, which ties back to the theme. Often starts with the words, this shows that, or it is clear that. Here we have, this shows that Shorty, through the power of determination, again, it's tying back to that theme about determination, is able to prove himself and to others that he can help his team win. And again, we're restating how Shorty specifically was determined. Change that to yellow. Make sure every sentence is highlighted before moving on. Yes, we got that. On to supporting paragraph 3. In purple, highlight the transition word or phrase. If you guys are getting the hang of this by now, it's at the end of the story. And again, there's a comma after it. We put that in purple. In orange, highlight the rest of the first sentence, which gives the topic of the paragraph and relates back to the theme. So we're looking for the word determination somewhere in there and what the topic of this paragraph will be. When the Japanese Americans are released from the internment camp and return home, Shorty shows determination during the first game of the season. That goes in orange, and I've just learned that at the end of the story, the Japanese Americans are released from camp, they go home, and Shorty shows determination during his first game of the season. Now in pink, I want examples of that. And it says, look carefully. Again, it doesn't necessarily start with the words, for example, but we want examples of Shorty showing determination. Okay, let's see. Everything is not much better at home as he hopes it might be. Shorty is getting teased again because he's the only Japanese American on the team. Okay, and here's a hint that it's an example. It comes in quotation marks. Looked at the picture. The sun glinted off his glasses as he stood on the mound like the guard in the tower. Shorty desperately wants to show his teammates that he is not the enemy. He swung and felt that solid whack again. So that means he's determined and he gets a hit. If he feels a solid whack, that would be the bat connecting with the ball. Let's put those examples in pink. And then in yellow, highlight the concluding sentence of the paragraph, which ties back to the theme. And it can sometimes start with the words "in the end" if you're getting toward the end of the essay. Typically, the end of your literary essay would focus on the end of the story, like right here it says at the end of the story. So we usually don't use the words "in the end" until we're getting towards the end, which we are. It's our third supporting paragraph. In the end, Shorty's power of determination helps him win the game for his team. That goes in yellow. And again, we have all the sentences highlighted. I actually like those colors together. It kind of looks like a sunset, just like we're kind of setting the sun on our story as we get to the end. All right. Oops. Okay, now last but not least, the conclusion. In teal, highlight the way the author restated the theme. Now, if I go back to the intro, I know the theme is that the power of determination can help people overcome huge obstacles in their lives. And we've heard that phrase, power of determination, throughout the whole essay. Let's see if our conclusion touches on that. Now, as I think about the power of determination, I realize that much of what we can accomplish in life is because of how strongly we feel on the inside. Okay, so it kind of sounds like overcoming obstacles, like the intro said, if you're accomplishing things, right? When we dig down deep and will ourselves to accomplish our goals, we are far more successful than if we rely solely on our physical ability. Okay. That kind of sounds like restating the theme. Let's put that in teal. Last part, in gray, highlight the way the author connected the theme to his or her own life. So this is where you take that theme, okay, so power of determination being used to overcome obstacles or accomplish things, and you apply it to your own life if you're the author of the literary essay. So let's look at how this author of this literary essay did that. And our hint is that it usually starts with the words "in my life," which I see right here. In my life, I have found that determination is the key to getting good grades in school, doing well in sports, and reaching other goals. It takes body and mind to accomplish what we want in life. If you dig down deep and find your own reason to be determined, it will make a difference in your life. Okay, so kind of applying it to their own life and then giving us that encouragement for how we can apply it to our own lives as the readers. All of that goes in gray, the application to life. All right, and again, make sure every sentence in this paragraph is highlighted before moving on. Perfect, and then just where some of this stuff comes from. And it says, great job, you've highlighted an entire literary essay. You already used my link to check how you did if you're watching this. Make sure you make any final adjustments you need to. I'll just show you these paragraphs quick again. And check that they match up with yours. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. And then when you're ready, turn the document in so that I know or your ELA teacher knows that you're done. Bye.